Okay, so here we are with another Masters of the Universe Origins review, unboxing, and this is Panthor, which I just ordered from Amazon the other day, and it got here already, and he's a little bit cheaper on Amazon than retail price, because I believe the retail price on this one is $25, and I was able to get on Amazon for like 22 after taxes and everything. So that's a good thing. Uh, Hang on a second. Let me get a little sip to drink. But yeah, pretty cool. Looking forward to opening it. You can see my laptop reflected in the box. It's, very shiny, of course. So let's go ahead and open them up. Cut through this tape. Yeah, it's taken me a while to get this one because I was concentrating more on like the regular figures and trying to get those where I can. But, I decided I'd go ahead and pick him up. I had some gift cards saved up, so it didn't really cost me any actual money. And there he is. So Panthor was a character that I first became aware of. This is a good story. When I was a small child, and the He-Man line was very young before they'd even had the Filmation cartoon. But I was already in love with it just based on the toys themselves. And my grandmother, who liked to spoil us grandkids like most grandmothers do, she had picked him up at the store and given him to me as a present. And I don't even think it was a special occasion. It was just one of those things like, I got you a toy, here you go. And it was Panthor, and I'd never even seen Panthor before, so I didn't even know he existed. So I was like, what? Skeletor's got his own battle cat, and he's purple and fuzzy? That's awesome. This is not the fuzzy version, as you can see. This is just the standard Panthor. I did see the fuzzy version of Panthor at Walmart, and was very tempted to buy him, but unfortunately I was kind of short on cash when I saw it, so I wasn't really able to. But he did look pretty cool. This one also looks pretty cool. I'm still hoping to get the flocked one at some point, but I think I'm gonna sit my classics Skeletor on that one since he looks a little fancier, and I never was able to get the Panthor figure from classics, and he's now like, hundreds of dollars, so I'm probably never going to be able to get that figure. But let's use our handy-dandy X-Acto knife and cut through all the rubber bands and tabs. He's got some of those stupid tabs on him that I hate so much. It looks like there's another rubber band here. Wraps around his jaw. I think I got all of them. Nope, there's some on his back paws, too. It's the tabs again. I swear, it's like somebody from Mattel saw one of my videos of me talking about how much I hated the rubber bands, and they were like, hold my beer. Come up with something even worse. Because if it was a rubber band, I could at least just cut it from the back. But it's these little tabs, and like you gotta get like right up underneath them. There's 2 tabs holding this foot in. 2 of them. You know what? Screw it. Well, this rubber band's still wrapped around his head. That must have been doubled up. There. I got it off. I got it off. Stop it with the tabs, Mattel. The tabs are terrible. I was so happy when I opened up those Masters of the Universe Revelations figures, and they didn't have any kind of rubber bands or tabs on them, and I was just able to take them straight out of the package. Do more like that. That's much better. Alright, so here we have Panthor. And he's got like a nice ferocious expression on his face. It's the same head as Battle Cat, but I think casting it in purple just gives it like a little bit of a different look anyway. So he looks really cool. He's got the green saddle, of course. And I've got something over here that I want to compare, which here we go. This is not the original Panthor, but this is the commemorative version. And unfortunately, in the years I've had him, he's got some rubs where some of the flocking has come off because the flocking on this guy is even more delicate than the original one, I think. Maybe they just expected everybody was going to leave him in the box, but I didn't. So I wanted to compare the saddle, and you can see the saddle is slightly different. It's at a little more of an angle, and this, I think, actually looks more like Mark Taylor's original design for the Battle Cat saddle. I unfortunately didn't have my Battle Cat at the time because it was in storage, so I wasn't able to compare Battle Cat to the original one. But looking at Panthor here, I can see how they based this head off of the original head, and that's pretty cool. And of course, he's got more furry texture sculpted into him than the original figure had, where it was very sleek and everything. But this one had the flocked fur, so he already had fur. And you can see he's a little bit of a darker color than the newer one. Much like a lot of the newer Masters Universe Origins figures, he seems like he's a more vibrant color, both the purple and the green. I don't know if that's coming across on the screen at all, but the green is a slightly darker color green, and the purple is a slightly darker shade of purple. So, let's do something I know you all want to see, which is I'm going to put Skeletor onto I'm going to put Skeletor onto Panthor. And I'm going to use Battle Armor Skeletor, because much like with the vintage line, Battle Armor Skeletor is my favorite. And plus, he doesn't have the loincloth, so he's going to fit on there a little bit better. And we just kind of squeeze him in there. And there we go. There is Skeletor on his faithful mount, Panthor. This joint seems a little loose here, at least turning it this way. Turning it this way seems kind of tight. He's got the same articulation as Battle Cat, so he's articulated at the shoulders. They move up and down. And at the hips, they move up and down. And then you got nice ball joints at the knees. Unfortunately, no articulation on the feet, because that would help with posability. But honestly, I kind of find that the feet on the Classics Battle Cat tend to get kind of loosey-goosey sometimes anyway. So you kind of got to pose him in just the right way. But you can't quite get him into that prowling sort of crouch like the original toy without having the articulated feet, the articulation at the ankles. So he's just kind of stand at attention, or you could maybe get him into like a leaping or running pose. But, you know, if you want him to stand on your shelf, he's got to stand on his shelf like at attention like that. So, but he's pretty cool. I'm glad to finally have him in my collection. So, likewise, I think when I display this on my shelf, I'm going to keep Battle Armor Skeletor as his rider, and Battle Cat, I also have Battle Armor He-Man riding Battle Cat. So I kind of feel like that's a nice little bit of synchronicity, having both the Battle Armor figures as the riders of the big cats, and the more sort of basic He-Man and Skeletor, the default versions, they'll kind of just be fighting each other on the shelf. So, and there's the roar, open up the jaw really wide, and of course it doesn't close all the way because the teeth get in the way, but you can still kind of get some different expressions out of them that way. So Panthor rocks. He's really cool. The only thing I could think of that would make this better is, like I said, if maybe he had some ankle articulation. This leg seems a little loose too. If he had some ankle articulation, and if, like the Classics version, he had a helmet, because I really liked that helmet, but apparently Hebro makes one that he sells, a Panthor helmet that's based on the Classics version. So if you want a helmeted Panthor, look him up, and he'll sell you one, because he 3D prints them, I think. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and all the fun YouTube stuff below. and I will talk to you next time. Bye.